Hey guys, it's me, Jedi Josman. Welcome back to another video. I haven't done very much in between episodes. The only thing I really did was build this basic energy cube so that I could charge up the jetpack. It doesn't go very fast in terms of charging it, but this is because I wanted to use this to go explore and find the areas around the island. So I did that and I got kind of carried away and I wasn't recording. However, I went and I visited to a sky village and to a volcano. I did, however, get this infinite ham, which is part of the relics mod, and the way that this works is it doesn't cost anything to use, but it is essentially infinite food. But what I wanted to get started with today was a better storage solution, and I've talked about this before with Applied Energistics 2. And I think that today I am actually going to get started. I haven't done any preparation for it. I haven't made anything from this mod yet at all. But I want to get going and I want to get some ME controllers. And then I'll start making these crafting units and all of those things. Because then eventually I will be able to upgrade and get all of this auto crafting and all of these power generators down here. I'll be able to make them much quicker and faster without me having to do all this work. Another thing that I did do in between episodes was I created this little setup right here. So where at all times, as well, once it fills up at all times, I will have dust, sand, dirt, and gravel. Cobblestone I have a lot of, but it's just a line of hammers and they're all going into the next drawer. And there's no upgrades in here. There's no pushing or pulling because these can just do it on their own, which is nice. But first things first, I need to get started with this mod, and I'll do that with an inscriber. So I just need to make an inscriber real quick, pretty cheap. So I know that I'm going to need more of them eventually, so I just went ahead and I made 5 right now. And then what I also think I'm going to do is take these cables, and I'm gonna do this down here out of the way. I think right here seems like a good place, so I'll take these and I'll run these cables over here. And I'm not gonna automate these right now, I just want to get them going. So now that I have the inscribers, I'm gonna head up here, and I got all of these presses before from a block that I broke. I don't remember which one it was, but I have them now. So I'll place them all in here. No upgrades right now. But then I need to get silicon. So how do I get silicon? I can smelt certus. Oh, I can just smelt straight up nether quartz. Okay, I'm gonna do that. I should have, here we go. I have a bunch in here. So I'll take 4 stacks. They should all go to, here we go. Now I have a bunch of silicon. Once I get my power going better, then I will be able to just use all these. But as you can see, it isn't, I mean, it's filling up pretty fast, granted, but it's just not fast enough. So I've got a path that I need to take here, and I'm gonna have to incorporate another mod called Just Dire Things, which I've just recently learned a lot about. So I feel pretty confident that I'll be able to do what's needed here. I just need some clay. What else do I need? Now I make this, and now I have this blaze bloom goo. And then I need to get this black budding quartz G ore. So I need 4 black quartz and void crystal catalyst, which I've made that one time before. Oh, and I almost forgot. I doubt anyone even noticed, but I made this stack upgrade omega tier, which basically means I will be able to store infinite amounts of every single one of these inside of this chest, because it does 2,147,483,647 times the stack limit, which I crafted with 9 tier 5s, which are all crafted with a tier 4 and netherrack, and then you know how all these are made. So just a crazy amount. Now my magnet is off. I will place this down on top. I'll do this. Oh, I'm gonna pick it up. So I'll do that and that, get away from it, and now I gotta hope this works. It should, but... And there we go. Now I have 4 of these, and now that I placed the blaze powder on there, these are gonna slowly turn into a damaged budding Certus quartz crystal, and from here I am able to put charged Certus quartz crystal on here and turn it into a chipped, and then turn it into a flawed, and then turn it into a flawless. So I'll go ahead. So they've stopped now at flawed budding Certus quartz crystal. So I'm going to break these, which means they'll go into the next lowest one. But I'm going to place them in a way so that they'll all the sides will be able to grow freely. And I'll space them out just like this. So then I'm going to place this next to here, and it will slowly turn this one back into the next one. And I'll place it and I'll put it next to this one. I'll put it next to that one and that one. So then they'll all be flawed. And they'll take a second to grow since I don't have anything speeding them up. But once I get them to grow, I'll get these growth accelerators, which are not expensive to make at all. They do just take fluix, which I can't really get right now until I have Certus quartz crystal, which I need to grow. But in this silicone press, I'm going to put this silicone, and it's going to go very slowly because there's no upgrades, but it's going to make printed silicone, which I can use this to combine with the other circuits which I'm going to make, and they can make whatever processors they're supposed to be making. So I'm going to go grab some diamonds and gold, and then the other one that I do need is Certus quartz, which I don't have right now. But you can see this one just grew on top there, and it did turn this back into a chipped budding Certus quartz, but since it's still going, it's going to turn it back. What I'm going to do now though is I'm going to go up here again, and I'm going to place down another TNT, my magnet's off, throw down these and these, and then I'll light it again, and now I'll have more. And since I won't be needing these to grow, what I'm going to do is I'm just going to break them, because they do turn into, and there we go, I broke them, and now I have these Certus quartz blocks, so I can use these and then get the crystal, which is what I need in order to make the growth accelerator and everything else. So for the growth accelerator, I need these cables, which I need 2 of these for, and then I need the block, which I need 4 of them for. So what I need to do is I take this, I place this in here, and it will charge it. Place it in here, and now it's charged again. So now I have these, and then I'll come back up here, I'll throw the charged you and you in here, turn into the fluix crystals. So now that I have the crystals, I can turn them into the block, which I'll make 2 of the blocks for now. And now I have 2 growth accelerators. And what I'm going to do is I'll do these 2 for now. You, boom, and boom. And they do currently have no power. I don't really care about making it look super pretty right now, but they should be accelerating it. So now they're going quicker. So then soon I'll be able to get more of these buds. But then I'm also going to need this crystal fixer, which I cannot make right now because I need a crystal assembler. So in order to get this entro infused ingot, I need entro seeds, which I need to do all of this for, which is just a lot more stuff. But I will, however, show what I'm doing, because if anybody watching this has never done this stuff before, then it will be confusing. And while there is the quest line isn't always the best thing in showing how to do all of this. So now I have the intro seed, and I will need to come down here and charge a couple more Certus quartz crystals, which shouldn't be a problem because I just got a bunch more of them. So now I have 2 flux blocks, and I'll just go down here. Actually, yeah, I'll go down here. I'm gonna break these because they're not really doing anything for me right now. But then I'll put this up here, and I'll do that, and now I have a budding, fully entroized, I don't know how to pronounce that, flux block, fluix, however you want to say it. And now it's growing these entro buds, and as they grow, this will do the same thing, and it will go to the different states. There is a way to also use this crystal fixer and do the same thing. You can see right here that you use ender dust and it fixes it, but I don't have that right now, so I just have to rely on this. In order to make the crystal fixer, I need 4, and in order to make the crystal assembler, I need 4. So I need 8. So I just need a few more of these to grow. There we go. Now I have enough. But I believe that I toss it in. Oh no, I toss it in water still. I was gonna say I thought I tossed it in lava, but I do not. I'll take these and I'll put the printed of these and redstone in the middle, and then it will go, and then it will make my calculation processors. So underneath I need calculation processors, logic processors, and logic is with the gold over here. And now I'll throw in the logic circuits, and now I can make the crafting terminal, and now I can make the crystal assembler, which I'll take down here, put it right there, and in the crystal assembler then I'll put 2, 4, and then I also needed, and it should be going now, and then I'll get the crystal fixer. I'll place this right here, and I believe I do need to place a chipped one in here, but I have the reaction chamber. What did I needed the reaction chamber for something that I did not use. In the crystal fixer, I put charged Certus quartz, and every time it has an 80% chance and then a 5% chance. So this is the damage. Oh, see, now it's going to the next one. Once I get one flawless one, it'll be a lot better and easier. I just unfortunately don't have that right now. Oh, that is a great recipe. That is so much easier. I should have looked at that before. I didn't know that they had did this. If I put just the normal ones in here, then it charges them. I did not know it did that at all. So I just need these to, hopefully it should change it. I didn't even realize that this is flawless now. I didn't use nearly as many of these crystals as I thought I was going to. So I want to see if I'm able to just place them in here and if it'll turn it. No, it won't. But now that I have all the crystals that I need, I do need to actually focus on getting the storage aspect and the crafting aspect of all of it done. So I will put all of this stuff. Oh, I did not mean to do that. What I need is I need an ME controller. I'm going to need right here these flux glass cables just for now, and then I'll go to the smart cables. I'll need a crafting terminal, a pattern encoding terminal, pattern access terminal. I'll make this ME drive just for now. I'm not going to use it now, but just so I have it in case I want to use it eventually. I won't have to go out and craft one at the time. And I think that's what I'm going to do for now. I'm just going to make these. And the first thing that I'm going to need to do is make this ME controller. So I have these engineering processors. I need to smelt sky stone. And I need more flux crystals, which I put all of mine away. But now I have an ME controller. Put this ME controller right here. Or actually, I'll put it one block up. And then on top of there, I should have, here we go. I have some of these glass cables already. And I'll place it. And now I have a crafting terminal. But in order to do this, I need to hook it up to power. So I need to go get my power cables. And now there's nothing in here. But I want to make this the full height terminal. I want to sort them by number and descending. And that should be all I need for this right now. But then what I need to do is I need to get more of these cables. And then I need, right here, I need storage bus. So I need to make an ME interface, which I need more of these cores for. So now I should be able to make 3 storage buses. I'll need more, but as long as all 3 of them are working, and if once I go click on here, then every single resource that I have access to right now, besides that one chest over here with all of my resources, is now all able to be accessed and dumped into from here. So since these all have the stack upgrades on here, it doesn't really matter where it goes, and as long as there is something of one kind in a chest, it will go in there. So I can get rid of this little crafting slab. I will grab a regular slab, put this in here, and now I can craft everything that I need to straight from here. Since I have this, before I get all of my automation and all those things, I want to have it all wireless. And in order to get it wireless, I need flux pearls. In order to get flux pearls, I need ender pearls. And I don't have a lot of ender pearls right now, which is something that I need a lot of. And the easiest way to get ender pearls right now is going to be a mob farm, which is what you had on the right side at the start of the episode, which I'm going to need this GM chicken feed cursed so I can make a mob farm. In order to get that, I have almost everything except for these buckets of experience, which I think the easiest way for me to do this is going to make one of these tanks, and then I can make a drain tank. So I hope that this works, and I'll just place this right here. So if I stand on top of it, it'll take my experience and put it into here, and I'll wait until I have 4 buckets, and now I have 4 buckets in there. And I should just be able to come over here and click on it. I can spawn in chicken if I just get a bunch of flowers and an eye of ender. So I'm going to spawn it in. It's going to spawn in a bunch of zombies, which I will have to fight, and I think they get progressively stronger and such, but I'll have to hope for the best here. Alright. Oh, perfect. Oh, this is great. And I hope... Easy. Now I have a rotten egg. So I have an absorption hopper. I'm also going to need a mob fan. I have a mob masher. And now that I have all of this, it's so much easier to craft these, which is why I didn't make all of these upgrades in the first place, because I knew how difficult and annoying it would have been to have to craft all the helmets and craft all of the swords and all this stuff. So that's why I didn't. And I need to make sure that there's a 5x5 area of dirt in here. And I'll just make this a nice big room so that Endermen can spawn and they'll have room and everything. So I'll put the mob masher right here. I'll put the upgrades in. I'll go over to this end. And I wonder if I place it like this. Yeah, show area. So it'll push them. I need to get one more, and I'll get a feathers. So I'm not going to get a distance, but I will use these conveyors. And I extended it one more so that I could place the conveyors. And I think if I just do it like that, I will light it up so hopefully nothing spawns. And then what I'm going to do is place this. And now all of this is dreadful dirt. I will turn the fan back on so it's all pushing everything this way. So everything should be getting pushed into the masher. I have 2 netherite chests. I'm going to take these 2 stack upgrades. And then the one last thing I'm going to make is an experience holder, which I do. In order to make that, I need blaze gold. In order to get blaze gold, I need that goo again and gold. There we go. And now I have raw blaze gold. So now I can make the experience holder. I think this is what I need. Very much so increase the speed of how this farm is, as long as these do what I think they will do. So I think if I do all of this, so clock frequency, I mean honestly I think that it's working fine, plenty fast right now, as we can see by this. I do need to upgrade the chests, and I'll put the stack upgrades in there as well. I'll throw the things that I have picked up just by being near it in here. But then there's one more thing that I need to get, and I need to get this ender inhibitor. So I'll take an ender pearl, and this is just to stop them from teleporting away, because sometimes they do teleport away when they're being attacked. So I'll place this down and it's active, so now they can't teleport away. So this mob farm is essentially complete, but because of the storage that I'm using, sophisticated storage, I already have one of them, but a void upgrade. And, oh, no, I don't want to do that. I'll make the advanced void upgrade. I need it to match tags. So in here, I'll put armors. And with this one, I will put tools. I'll do bow too, just in case. So with my goal of making everything wireless, I need these ender gates and I need ender cells. In order to make the ender cells, I need this ender core, which I need eye of ender, dialect. So I just need a bunch of stuff from power pretty much. Then I'll come over here and I'll do this. Another thing to add to my filter list. So now I need to make these energy cells, and I need to make a lot of them. Because in order to make one spirited energy cell, I need 2 Niotic, and then I need to do 2 blazing, and then 2 hardened, and 2 basic. So it's just 2 times 2 times 2. I think I need 32 of these. I will say, as much microcrafting as this is doing, it's so much easier now that I don't have to worry about storage. Yes, I'm gonna have 2 of these, but that's okay. So I will head down here, and all you do is you put it, you just shift click it, and now I can hold 400 million. Now I can hold 800 million. So then these are all the power is going to get emptied out of here. So then what I need now is a little bit more, and luckily for me I can make these right now without having to do any extra work. So I will disconnect this, and this is going to be kind of stupid, but I'm going to vein mine all of these. So now I have all of these cables, and they should all be filling into there. But then I'm going to go up here. I'm going to connect all these up though. Actually, you know what? I'm going to make these the better. And then I will upgrade these to be the ultimate ones. So now we can put power as fast as they can. Connect this. And all I need to do is put 1 gate on here. And then they should everything in here should be filling up. Yes. So now that's full, that's full, that's full. And then this should be filling up too, but I can't really see it. What I want to do next is make this player transmitter, which I need this player aerial pearl, which I need to use an aerial pearl on a zombie or a husk. I think I could technically get one from inside of this farm, but I don't know how well this would go over for me. Yeah, see. Oh, I did it. So I do know that I'm kind of all over the place today, as if I'm usually not all over the place already, but there's just so many things that I can get done that I'm trying to get done. Alright, so this is going to be filling up, and I need a binding card, a blank card. I have a binding card, and now it's bound to me, and I go put it in here, and now everything in my inventory is being filled up, including my jetpack, and now I have an emerald jetpack, and that is the best jetpack that I can make. So it's a lot quicker than it was before. The hover actually keeps me hovered. I like to keep the throttle on 60% though, because when going around here it's not too quick. I do still take fall damage, so that is definitely something I'll have to worry about. But now that I have all of this, I can finally not have to craft things on my own anymore. So I want to start things off. I need a bunch more of these ME controllers. And now this is not going to be complete by any means. And what I'm going to need is I'm going to need one of the gates. And I'll put it right here. And now all of these should be powered. Once this is actually full of power, then power will be going around. So while this is all waiting to be powered up, I'm going to go craft the next thing that I'm going to need, which is going to be this wireless setup kit, which I do need a singularity for. So maybe for right now I don't go full wireless. I think this may be a next episode thing, because I have already been going for a while today and it's been a lot that I've done. Instead, what I'm going to do is go here, and I need crafting co-processing units, and then just these basic ones. So I'm just going to make a super basic one right now. I'll do this. And now I have a CPU, a crafting processing unit. That's not what CPU means, but that's what I'm going to say it means. So now I have one of those, and that means I can craft different things. So I need wool. And I don't have wool, but I have a bunch of string that I should be getting over here. Yes. And then on this side right here, until I get all of this wireless, it does unfortunately have to be wired. And I want to set up the automation of these. And now I have one pattern provider, but I'm going to make some more. All right, now I have 6. So what I'm going to do is I'll place down 6 just like this. So I'll place down these inscribers over here. And then I might as well do like this one or something. And they do not have power. I need to put power in there, just like so. And they should all have power once this fills up, because none of my power is going anywhere. And now this is getting power to stay in it somewhat. All of these have power now. And then the next step that I need is I need blank patterns. And now in here, what I'm going to do is the recipe for this. I'm going to automate all of the different circuits, but when doing these, since they all are just going to go into their own one, you don't need to put the press in there. So it's just gold to the circuit. And then for this one, it's just going to be silicone to the circuit. But then now I need to do the logic processor, the calculation processor, and then the engineering processor. So this one will be calculation. So I need to get the calculation one. This one I can do with silicone. And then I'll do logic. And this one will be engineering. And this one I can put all of them in there. I have to switch them all to auto export. But when I go back up here, you see there's a little plus next to all of these now. There's a plus, plus, plus. If I middle click on here, and we'll do say +10, and then I click next, and it says that we have 10 gold available, and then it is going to craft 10 of the logic circuits. And when I start it, nothing really happens up there. But then down here, it has put 10 gold ingots in here, and now they're slowly going and going and going and going. And as those are being completed, then they're going in here. And there's also this crafting status button to where it will show you all of the CPUs that you have and what they're crafting and what their progress is. And it tries to estimate the time up here. So when it's something like this, it's not very good at estimating it. But when you're just straight up crafting in a crafting table, which this can also do, it does have a pretty accurate time. And the longer that it goes, the more it'll be like, hey, it's taking me this long to get this % done, so it's going to take this long to get the rest of it done. But then now I have 10 more of those, and that's all I have automated right now. But as I get more and more things, and I'm going to get more and more automated. Right now I'm going to be using the basic, but then as I get more and more things, then I will be using the better ones. I think that this is a wonderful place to leave off the episode. I have easy storage now, wireless charging, wireless power. Next episode, I'm going to get wireless access to my crafting. I will get more auto crafting set up. Hopefully I'll get into extended AE. I don't know if I will. I genuinely don't know what I will and will not be able to do. I'm also going to add more power generation and a bunch more things that I'll be able to think of as I'm going along. But for now, this is a great place to end the episode off. I'm very excited with this storage that I have right behind me. Even though it is extremely basic, it's great. But I will see you guys all next time. See ya!